Hi everyone, I'm here today to show you how to use Sistaco in a little bit of a different way. I'm going to be using it to paint on a little design on my nails just for something different. I thought maybe Mother's Day idea, and it's going to be using the top coat with a little bit of powder just to create a little flower. That's what I'm not the best designer, or I'm not super creative, so this is something that pretty much anyone can do. So I will show you how I've done this. Now this is the Marina Mist color that I've decided to use, which is so pretty. I haven't used it yet, but I've been dying to use it. So this is it here. It looks so beautiful. Can't wait to use it. So first I'm going to give my nails just a quick buff before I do the base coat. Now I'm just giving them a little wipe over with a lint-free wipe to get rid of any excess nail dust, or you can use a little brush. I've just bought one of these off eBay, a little mermaid tail brush, which I think is really cute. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the base coat first. Now just pop them under the lamp for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to do the base coat, or the first coat of Sistaco in the Marina Mist. And I'm going to, it's a very light sheer colour, so I'm going to do 2 coats of this as the base colour, or as the only colour really. I'm only doing one flower for this video, so I'll just go ahead and apply this. You've probably all seen how to apply Sistaco from other videos or my other videos, and if you haven't, then feel free to go ahead and watch my how to apply Sistaco video. But for now, I'll just fast forward to the bit that I really want to show you. Okay, so this is skipping forward to applying the second coat now, just so that you can see the difference between the first and the second coat of this colour. As you can see, the first coat's already been applied, so it is still a beautiful colour, but it's very sheer and very light. It'd be great for a work colour. So I'm just going to go ahead now and show you the second coat once it's been finished. And here's the finished product after 2 coats of the Marina Mist. You can see that it's a really pretty colour, really is lovely. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other hand, and then I'll come back. Okay, now this was the part where I was going to show you how to mix the powder and the polish together to make it into a liquid, but for some reason my camera stopped filming, so I'll just explain it to you. I've got a little piece of crystal agate there as my little mixing plate, and so what I've done is I have used the top coat bottle, and just at the edge of the brush, on the end of the brush rather, I have placed just one drop on that agate, and then I have used the scoop end of the metal nail pusher just to scoop out a tiny little bit of the powder, and I'm using the white satin here, and then I'm just using a little art brush to mix it together just to get the powder and the top coat in more like a polished consistency. Okay, so the first tool I'm going to try is this little metal dotting tool. And these all came from just the cheap packet of art brushes from the $2 shop. And I've just put a dot of polish on there. As you can see, that's supposed to be the center of my flower. And I'm just going to try and maneuver around and draw on some petals. Now, just bear with me because this is the first time that I've actually done anything like this on my own nails. So I'm just going to give it a go and see how it turns out. Yeah, this one's not really creating the petals that I had hoped it would. No, I'm not really happy with that. That looks more like a starfish than a flower. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and wipe that off and start again, and I'll try a brush this time. So the good thing with this though is because your nails have already been set there, it's really easy to just wipe off and start again. You don't need acetone or anything to wipe it off. I just use a lint-free wipe. And it came straight off, so I could just start again, and the powder, the white powder, won't set until we put it under the light anyway, so just go ahead and wipe it off. You can try it as many times until you get it just how you like it. Okay, so I'm just going to use that dotting tool again just to do the center of the flower, because that seems to give it a decent amount of polish there, because I do want to stick a little stone in the middle when I'm finished, so I want to leave it with a decent pool of polish there, because that's what I'm going to be sticking on the stone with. Okay, then I'm going to use the thin little narrow paintbrush. I'm just going to draw on the petals. You can't really see it that well. Sorry guys, the focus and the camera is not that great. I'm trying to get the light to adjust, but you'll be able to see it better when I finished it. But you can kind of see, it's just very delicate little white petals that I've drawn on there. Sorry about the flashing lights. So now I'll just go ahead and show you how I did the final bit, which was I have some little rhinestones that I don't even remember where I got now. I think I got them as part of some nail stuff that I ordered online, but you can buy them. And I'm just going to choose a little aqua one, I think, just to keep it subtle. I was going to put a little yellow one on, which would have looked really nice in hindsight, but I chose the aqua one. So I'm just grabbing that dotting tool. I'm just going to pop it right in the center. Hopefully it'll stick, and yes, it does. So if you can see that at all, that's right in the middle. So I'm just going to stick it under the lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, now let's just see how that's set. It feels quite secure, it's not wobbly at all, it feels stuck on pretty well. So I was just a little bit concerned as to whether or not that would just kind of fall off. But no, it seems to be stuck on pretty strong actually. Okay, so now I'm going to just maybe add a little bit more of a touch up to the petals. Now that it's set, it's easier to draw on top of it or fill it in a bit more. So I could have done that before, but because I knew I was going to stick the rhinestone on there, I didn't want to set the middle. So, but now that it's set, I can just go ahead and fill in those petals a little bit more. See, that's working quite nicely. It's really giving it a bit more colour now. Don't be afraid to play around with it though. Just put that little last touch on. That looks a lot better. So now you can see the white petals are a lot brighter, and you can see that rhinestone. So it would have looked pretty with the yellow one as well, I think. Make it a little bit more like a flower. Now I'm just going to set that again. Okay, now that's all set and it's still quite firm. I'm just going to do a final coat of top coat just to seal that rhinestone in a bit more secure and go over the flower. Wasn't a thick coat, just a normal thin layer of top coat is fine. So I'm going to set that and I'll be right back. And there you are, guys, my first attempt at a Sistaco polish flower. Not too bad for my first go, I don't think. I saw that idea, or I got the idea rather, from seeing somebody mix regular nail polish with top coat, gel top coat, and I thought, I wonder if it would work with the Sistaco powder, so that's why I gave it a go, and it did, it worked great. So give it a try. And with these little agate, the cleanup is so easy. That's why I use little crystal agates. I just use an alcohol wipe to get that off, and then just clean the brushes the way you normally would, and that's all there is to it. So let me know if you liked it or if you've got any tips and tricks of your own. Thanks for watching.